Hello. I wanted to jump on today and talk to you a little bit about your environment. It's such an important part of keeping your energy up, keeping your system on a place, on a good space to live an intended and intentional life. It really, I had a day yesterday where I hadn't gotten enough sleep the night before, and it's amazing how much harder it is to stick to your intentions, stick to your commitments. I'll just speak for myself, how much harder it is for me to stick to my intentions, stick to my commitments. I also got trapped in a dreaded news cycle. Anybody else where you go down a rabbit hole and you start to read a little bit and then another suggested story comes up and before you know it, you're just like, oh, like just completely all the air is out of your tires, all of the energy has depleted because you've just spent it on managing all the stress that you've just fed yourself, which is, again, we got to stay up to date on what's happening. I'm not saying don't watch the news. I am saying be incredibly intentional about what you feed yourself during this time. For those of you that can get outside every day. One of the places that's taking more of my energy these days is the garden. We have already put in, well, we have our nonstop, let's see if I can show you in here, our kale that, let's see, I can't see the screen very well. You know about my camera work. But we have fields and fields of kale. We have so much of it. It just volunteers at this point. We don't ever need to plant kale again. We've got in this bed here, you can see, I hope you can see, can you? We've got some beets and some lettuce, and I don't know what else Klaus has in here. Oh, lots of salad, because we're eating a ton of salad these days, and that will reduce our number of trips that we have to make to the grocery store. And right now, I have so much compassion for the grocery workers because they are putting themselves on the front line. I have it when you go into the medical profession. There are times, you're going to interact with sick people. I promise you no one ever went into the grocery business because they thought, oh, I want to be on the front line of a pandemic. So I have particular compassion for those folks who find themselves serendipitously in these odd situations. Behind me, you'll see some more volunteer kale. I spent a lot of time yesterday in this bed. I'm getting ready to show you. It's my favorite bed. This is where our raspberries are, and I did all the weeding yesterday. Anyway, please don't make up that I am some fancy gardener. I am not. I follow instructions. When I'm told it's time to weed the raspberries, I know how to do that. I am a willing participant in this big process that mostly my husband is the brains behind. But frankly, most of what a garden is being willing to get into the dirt, being willing to keep up with it, and for me, remembering things like, oh, I have to water it every day. Not right now, but in the summer. So anyway, this is all about environment. This is about me talking to you a little bit about what keeps my sanity in my environment. You might notice I have a new hat. It's the perfect hat. Izzy just finished knitting it for me. She has been trying to sort out how you do college, how you do university from your home that you were so excited to get out of a few months ago. Not because she doesn't like it at home, of course, but because she was excited to go off to college. Anyway, I am the wonderful beneficiary of her wonderful knitting. That's something she's putting in her environment. So just be really intentional about what's happening in your environment. I know lots of people are saying this. I will say it as well. Having a structure, having a schedule. Part of why I haven't said it is because I'm really terrible at it. It takes a lot for me to hold, especially a calendared structure. I'm not particularly good at keeping my commitments to myself. If I say I'm going to write for 15 minutes a day, boy, do I have to have a lot of things in place to make sure that happens. But I know that when I keep a schedule. This morning I did my normal morning routine. I got up, I meditated, I got myself, I have certain things I do every morning. I did all of them Oh, that's not true. I didn't do all of them, but I did a lot of them. And the whole day started better. The whole day started differently. So, paying attention to your environment, put your structure in place. I'd love to know what your tricks are. What are you doing to make sure that your environment is conducive to you having the most created and intentional life possible, even in the midst of these extraordinary times? So, yours in extraordinary times. I'll see you later.